My name is Marissa. I am based in Austin, Texas, but I kind of go all over. I got into photography by accident. I started my own music blog. I was writing a bunch and going to a bunch of shows. Someone accidentally gave me a photo pass one day, and I completely fell in love with it. I borrowed somebody else's camera, but I thought it was so much fun. That's all I've been doing since, and that was like 7 or 8 years ago. So many photographers have inspired me. I got started with Venus Hobgood. They are so underrated. They actually set up my settings for me at that first show to try and get anything usable. So I really credit them with like everything. And then Sophie Harris, Abby Sanford, Michaela Castleman. Oh, there's so many. Especially like female photographers really, and non-binary photographers really inspire me. And they don't get the attention that they deserve. In regards to my style, I really like the look of film. There's something so nice about a lot of grain and some really light color. So I try and mimic that in my digital photos. And I've always been really drawn to more like portraits on stage, getting those really beautiful close-ups. And even when I did those first couple shows, I tried really hard to get those like nice close-ups. Like my first picture is of somebody's hands on a piano. That was the first print that I ever sold. So I find something so beautiful about those like really quiet moments and not necessarily always big crazy things that everybody does. And that's been consistent this whole time, is just finding like random moments that maybe other people don't notice. I use social media a little bit differently, I think. Social media stresses me out beyond belief. So I plan my posts a week in advance, just make sure I have everything for each day so I don't really think about it. And it's kind of nice to kind of be a little bit removed from social media, just because I feel like you can get so taken in by it. And like if somebody doesn't like your post, it's the end of the world. In my case specifically, I guess. But it's also been really beautiful to interact with so many different people on social media. And I'm lucky specifically with like Muna fans. They are the world's greatest, and I will stand by that forever. I had a girl message me yesterday saying that she saw me at a show 2 months ago and has not stopped thinking about my photography. And I just think that's so cool to be able to interact with people that like I would have never guessed in a million years that I would have friends in Asheville, North Carolina. That's crazy to me. I'm doing right now a print sale for charity, and social media has been just the absolute best for it, because I posted a photo of Muna saying, hey, I'm donating every cent of my profits for this photo to Out Youth in Austin. And I raised like $400 in an hour because of just social media and people sharing my photo on Twitter, sharing my photo on Instagram. It's a blessing and a curse to me, for sure. My relationship with Muna is just the most wild thing ever, and it is the best thing of my entire life. It's so crazy being connected with my favorite band, and it started so randomly. I shot one of their shows. It was an ACL after show like 5 years ago, and I posted the photos, and then all of a sudden one day, like months after the show, I got notifications like, oh, where is Muna followed you on Instagram? Where is Muna posted you like 5 times? And I totally lost it. Best day of my life. I will never forget when they followed me on Instagram, because I thought that was just the coolest thing that has ever happened to me. And we started messaging on Instagram, or like I would be posting their photos, and I go to a lot of their shows too. They kind of know me for traveling for their shows. I recently drove 20 hours to Asheville, North Carolina, and slept in my car and shot their show there. So I think it's really just like me being consistent with them, just because I've been so persistent in supporting them in their music. And they really have been the only band that I've worked with that has shown me the same amount of love that I've given them back. So me and Muna to the day I die, for sure. So in the future, I'm really hoping to get on tour this year. I feel like this is my year. I've grown to be so confident in my work. I used to, like, literally the name of my Instagram handle is Some Okay Photos, because I would always just text my friend my photos and say, like, are these okay? Are these okay to post? And I really believed that, like, they weren't any good. And now I'm like, you know what? I'm actually kind of good at this. So I think this is my year to go on tour and to make meaningful relationships with artists. Like, I made it my goal at the beginning of the year. I was only going to work with artists that respected me, respected my work, and treated me how I deserved to be treated, because I've been stepped on a lot by artists and just not taken seriously over the years. And I think just making that conscious decision has totally changed how I view my photography and how other people view it. I think that's opening the doors for some tours, hopefully, maybe. I would die to get on Muna's tour. I will probably be at every single date. If they don't hire me, I will still be there. I also am in talks with a couple other artists to do summer tours and fall tours, so we'll see. But that's my big goal, is to get on the road, because I cannot sit still right now.